guys, thanks for checking out the video today. So today we're going to be going over a couple of winter projects. This winter I'm going to be definitely working on my GTR a bit. That'll be interesting. I think I plan on pulling the engine, doing a lot of maintenance, engine out sort of stuff. I'd like to paint the bay, do a few other things. But today let's go over quickly another build I'm going to be doing this winter. I'm going to start with the drivetrain, and we're going to be doing a 2.2 4G63 stroker build. So definitely stay tuned for that. So today I'm going to be going over some of the options I'm going to be doing on a Evo build that's going to be coming up. So what I'm going to be working on is assembling a long block for a E85 powered Evo. Probably going to be shooting for somewhere in the 700s. I would like it to still be a bit streetable. At that power level, the car will be fast, but maybe not super out of control. But we'll see. So the long block is going to be a 2.2 liter Tomei build. And I did get the short block completed. So let's just take a look over here. Okay, so this is going to be the 2.2 liter Tomei short block. And yeah, it's just come back from the machine shop. So this is the Tomei crank, Tomei rods, and I went with a different piston, a stroker piston. I can't recall immediately what they are, but it's paired up to create roughly 2.2 liters. It's just under 2.2 liters. So this is going to be the basis for the 700-ish horsepower E85 build. And so the idea over the winter here is going to be assembling this engine. It's going to be basically a complete drivetrain. So what I'm going to do is assemble the long block, and I'm going to be getting a transmission built by Shep in the USA. And so that's going to be an ultimate ratio trans. And this is going to be going back a few years. The transmission is going to be the 411 HKS final drive with some Evo 9 gears in it, and it's going to be the quote-unquote ultimate ratio. The ultimate ratio can't really be built anymore, but I have some of the old parts, well, new old parts, and so those parts have been discontinued. For example, the HKS 411 final drive. So right here, still in the box, is the obviously all in Japanese. There's the 411 there. Okay, so I've sourced a few of these parts that just aren't really around anymore. So yeah. So in 2023, these are a bit hard to come by, and since I have sourced these parts, Shep's agreed to do their old ultimate ratio trans, which should give me, depending on the height of the tire that I'm using, it's going to be somewhere in the kind of range of 125 to 130 miles an hour trap speed in fourth. So that's going to be the goal. So we'll see what that's going to bring us to as far as quarter mile run. I haven't drag raced for quite a long time, so this is going to be street car, but it's going to be used as well for drag racing. It'll be an Evo 5 chassis that I'll be using. Now, I haven't sent the transmissions out, but I have a couple here that are going to be going to Shep. Now, as far as the transfer case, I've been building transfer cases for quite a long time. So I have a bunch up here. I think I have 6 up here. And the transfer case, what I'm going to be doing is, you can see I have a small mill here. So the plan is to machine a few transfer cases. I'm going to do a few of the old rally tricks on the 456 transfer case to make them live at that power level. There's going to be some cryo treating. I'm going to do a bit of machining to the LSD, a bit of machining to the case, and put them together so that they can handle in the 700 horsepower range. That'll save me a bunch of money because I won't have to jump to a 7 to 9 non-ACD T case, which on the 456 creates a whole bunch of problems. So I would need a custom subframe, I would need a different length drive shaft. So there's a bunch of things that I'm going to avoid with that, and that's a cost issue. Like the transfer case itself, I mean, it'll be very cheap because I do all the work here in my shop, but ultimately, you know, if you were to get someone to build that same transfer case, maybe it'd be, you know, $1,500 to $2,000. That'll barely get me the non-ACD 7 to 9 T case by itself, let alone the modifications to the drive shaft, the tubular subframe that's required in the 456 to use that stuff. So that'll save me a bunch of money. I do a lot of drivetrain stuff here, and there's another T case here. So yeah, just a lot of the stuff I can do at my shop, so that's what I'm going to be doing. That'll be the way for me to save a bit of money, because otherwise building this same 700 horsepower drivetrain in a 456, that'd be like a $25,000 hit. So not going to spend that. But yeah, so now that I do have the short block, the next step is going to be doing some head work, some porting. I'm just started working on a Skunk 2 manifold, just doing a bit of porting, getting that done. And I'm going to be just getting the head back from the machine shop. I had to send the head in to get the guides removed because the valve guides were really in there. I couldn't get them out. I don't really have the correct machinery at my shop here to get them out, but I tried some other tricks to get those guides out and I couldn't get them out. So I sent the head to the machine shop to get the guides, valve guides pressed out, because I'm going to hand port the head. And I'm going to put in 1 millimeter oversized valves. I'm also going with GSC valve train with the R2 cams for the stroker cams to go with the Tomei stroker kit. And so I've got a bunch of parts lying around here. I'm going to use the FP larger cast manifold, which I have to port as well a bit, which is fine. And finally, the turbo that I'm going to be using for this build is going to be a FP0, and everything's going to be on E85. So we'll see how far that'll take me. Based on the pounds per minute on the FP0, I should be able to pretty easily hit 700 on E85. So that's going to be the goal. And yeah, so as we go with the long block build, I'll keep this up to date, and you guys could follow along. My goal by the end of the winter is to have a full engine built out, attached to a built transmission with a built transfer case, and that whole package all fastened together and ready to go in a car. Now, the car, I don't know. I have an Evo 5 chassis that's available. I have an Evo 6 that's running and driving. I have my TME as well, my Tomei Evo 6. So I have a few cars around here, and I got to figure out where I'm going to be putting this engine. But the first thing I'm going to be doing is engine, transmission, transfer case, and then go from there. So that's going to be the 2.2 Tomei stroker long block build, and we're aiming for 700 horsepower plus on the 85. We'll see how that goes. I'll go through a lot of the parts as I assemble that and show you guys where I'm at. So this will be a nice winter project as an engine build, and then hopefully in the fall, in the spring, I'm going to figure out what chassis I'm putting that drivetrain in. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoy this updated video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell to make sure that you see the updates when I post them. And head on over to Instagram and check out my Instagram as well at Wrench Rampage. Have a good night.